Hi everybody, I just wanted to hop on here and do another live video, and I hope that these are informative for you. It is a little weird to talk to yourself on videos, so I hope that this is giving you some value. I wanted to talk today about taxes and child support. It is tax season. Everybody's hopefully working on getting your taxes done, getting those filed. I know a lot of people anticipate that return that's going to be coming in April or once you get your taxes filed. And so I wanted to talk about how that can intersect with child support. If you have a child support obligation or if you receive child support, there's two ways that that can affect you. So first of all, if you have an open case with the Attorney General's office, then at the end of December, on the last day of December, they will certify to the federal government how much child support arrearage there is on all of their cases, for every case that owes more than $500. So that's the threshold, is $500. So as long as someone owes more than $500, that information gets sent to the IRS. So then the IRS knows when a tax return comes in, and if that person is supposed to get a refund, but they owe $500 in child support, then the IRS, instead of sending the return back to the person, the worker, they send it to child support, this child support agency. And so that money is going to get taken. This may be a subject for another video, but there is a provision in all of the Attorney General's orders, and it's an understood part of child support in Texas. If there's money owed, they can use several different possibilities to try to collect that money. So I may save that and talk about it another time, but taking tax returns is one of those ways. So then if you are receiving child support, and so you're anxiously waiting for that tax refund to come in, and you know, maybe this happens every year, you know that you get a big child support check in March or April or whenever the person that pays you child support files their tax return, then you may know that that's coming. Something to be aware of on that end is if there is money that's owed to the state on your case, and that can happen. Most common, that's through TANF, though the SNAP now I think is what it's called, or Medicaid, though Medicaid doesn't always trigger it, and this gets into the deep dark recesses of how the government works, so I'm not completely sure how that is determined. But basically, if you've received government benefits in the past, then there may be money that's owed to the state, that's considered to be owed to the state. And so 9 times out of 10, when child support comes in, the person that the child support owes to, they are paid first, and the state takes a back seat to them. The difference for tax refunds, that's the only time that the state gets their money first. So I'm going to play with some fake numbers here, so hopefully this makes sense. If I'm getting child support, let's say that refund is $3,000. And if the state is owed $1,000 from benefits that I've received in the past, they're going to take their $1,000, and then I'm going to get the other $2,000, assuming that the person owes me at least $3,000 or more than $3,000. So the state's going to get paid off first, and then I'll get anything. So it is possible that you may go pull your payment record from the Attorney General's office, and you see this big payment, but you go, I didn't get that payment. Where'd that go? It went to the state. And so just know that. You should know if you've gotten those benefits. If you haven't, you'll know if you've gotten them or haven't gotten them. And so be aware of that you may not see that money come in. So those are two ways that tax refunds can have an impact on child support from both sides. So be aware of those. I hope this information has been helpful. Again, as usual, I want to keep trying to do these videos. My philosophy in practice is I want to try to educate my clients as much as I can about what's going on. And so I want to try to help give this information so that people can make an informed decision. Now, there is always the caveat that every case is different, that if you have a situation, you really need to talk to someone about your specific situation, because if you ask a lawyer a question, the answer is almost always going to be it depends, because it's very dependent on the specific facts of your situation. So none of these videos that I do should be taken for substituting for consulting with an attorney, but hopefully it gives you a better idea of what you're working with, some of the situations, the common situations that come up, and hopefully it's helpful. So if you have any questions, feel free to add them, and I'll include them in a future video. And y'all have a great Friday and a great weekend. Thanks.